Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inspiration Morning Live. I am Christina Crowley, and I'm very happy that you are here with me today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're watching me on the replay, I really appreciate you too. I know our schedules don't always mesh, and I always want to say thank you to those who are watching me live, and thank you to those of you who watch me on the replay. I appreciate all who take the time to have a listen. And today I'm talking about change. And I'm not going to give 3 tips on how to change, and I'm not going to give, that kind of a thing, though I've done that in the past. And I do think today I'm going to talk about a couple of things about change and how I feel about change. And I understand change is difficult. Change can be incredibly painful. And, I've had so much change in my life that I didn't ask for, but I had to roll with it. These are a few of the things I learned along the way, and it doesn't make it any easier. Though I know, today I was looking through some quotes, and I like to do that in the morning, and I found a few affirmations, and one of them was from the book The Road Less Traveled by M. Scott Peck. My father gave me that book in my 20s. He read the book and he loved it, and I read the book, and it didn't make as much sense to me at the time as it does now. But the first line in the book is "Life is difficult," and I read that. I was like, "Oh!" And my dad said, "Just get beyond that. Go, get past that." And in reading the rest of it, as he said, that life is difficult, and once you accept that life is difficult, then life gets easier. Once you accept that thing that is, it's worth accepting, life gets easier. And it makes much more sense now in the phase I am in my life and that I have been in for the past several years. So that change is a natural progression. And sometimes we have to make change a welcome priority. Change, still is difficult for a lot of us, and I feel that pain. But I was at dinner last night with Teresa and a few of her friends, and it was kind of a going away party for one of her friends. And her friend Janet is moving back to Western Pennsylvania. And she's moving back there because her and her husband's parents, they're getting on in years, and her mom has some health problems, and her husband's parents have some health problems, and they live in that area in Western Pennsylvania, kind of between Pittsburgh and Cleveland, and they're going back there, and they're quitting their jobs. They're selling. The house is sold, and they're leaving on October 3rd, and it's to go back there and be near their parents, and it's not just to be good children. They love their parents, and they have a wonderful relationship, and their parents are great people because they're great people. They are the kindest, most generous people I've met. But they're taking change on as a welcome priority, as a priority in their life to put their money where their mouth is, that they love their parents, and their parents are, after Janet's father died, I think, that's when they started thinking, they're getting on in years and they may need a little help. They may need a little, je ne sais quoi of them being there. And I appreciate that. And they took on this change as a welcome priority. They decided that this change is going to be, what they espouse, and that that is part of their values. And that's the second thing I want to say about change today, is that change really should be an extension of our values, of our good values. And that it is. And that's what I saw last night, is that, she values her parents, she values her family, and she values the people in her life. And so this is just an extension of her values. It's like, the house and the life here it's wonderful. They lived here for 20 years. And I realized, I didn't get to see them as much because she was somebody that Teresa worked with and became very good friends with. And in turn, they just, who they are is an extension of their values. And this change is an extension of their values. Change should be an extension of your values. Change should be who you are if it has to be. If you espouse something but you refuse to lean into it, that's not, change can be a good thing. Change can lead to happiness. Change can be a great positive example for others. I know when I was, how old was I? I was in my 20s, and my father just died. And I went home for the funeral, and I decided, I was quitting my job touring in theater because I was going to stay home and take care of my mom. And I knew I could go back to theater. I could go back to doing whatever. But, the last year with my mom was something I had to do. And I made change a welcome priority. Now, it was something that was thrust upon me with my father dying. But my mom was everything to me. And I had to be an extension of my values, going home and taking care of her for that last year of her life. Hello, good morning. I want to say thank you for joining me. Change is what I'm talking about today. And change can be such a good thing, can be such an amazing thing. And I think that it should be an extension of our values and a welcome priority in our life. And I also think I love this quote from Gandhi because it just kind of sets what I really do feel about change. Is a change, be the change that you wish to see in the world. And that is, of course, it's true. And, but I really do feel that, we can't dwell in the past. We can look forward to the future. We can dream of how we want our future to be. But we have to concentrate our mind on the present moment. We have to be in the moment doing what we want to do, being who we espouse to be. That is what's really important. And I really do feel that. So this morning, when you're getting ready, you're going out, and some sort of change hits you, don't pucker, as what I call it. Don't stiff it up. Don't, stress out. Decide if what is happening to you is a part of your values, if it's a good thing, if it is something that you are, if it goes in line with your values, then go with it, then roll with it. Be that change. Let that change be who you are. Alrighty. So, kind of go through that Gandhi quote, but, realize that we can't change the past. We can learn from the past, and change should be about everything we want to be and going forward, and it's not a negative thing. And, going to that dinner last night, I was, I knew I was going to be sad, and I knew Teresa was losing a great friend, and they're only going to be in Western Pennsylvania, but it's, change can be the welcome priority in our life. Change can be the extension of our values, of the extension of your values. I saw that last night firsthand, and, being in that moment, it was being able to see an exceptional person. Somebody that I would like to be more like. I think everybody should be more like Janet. She's a kind, good person, but she won't be that far away. She's a plane ride away. Alrighty, so I want to say thank you for joining me today. I'm going on for about 10 minutes here, and it's kind of a short one today. And within the Inspiration Morning Live, I want to say, I really do appreciate those of you who watch me. Feel free to let me know, what are your biggest challenges? We're talking about change today. What are your biggest challenges with change? I know we get comfortable and we like things how they are. I like my lists. I like my life. I kind of like to bask in the moment and feel good about what I can when I can. And I'm not sure what it is about change, but that we resist. And maybe I need to do a little more research into that. And that will be a talk for another day. But when I think about making change a valued priority, a priority of my values, I'm like, yeah, I can do that. And I think that's in a way how we can accept change. Alrighty. I want to say thank you for joining me. I need a sip of my coffee. Please give me some thumbs up, give me some hearts. I really appreciate those. And I love hearing from you, and I love hearing what your biggest challenges are. And please feel free to share this. I really love those of you who shared this. Thank you, Barbara, for sharing this. I really appreciate you doing that. And I hope you don't mind me saying thank you on your timeline. It's wonderful. Those of you who share this, I do write, thank yous on there. And if I'm writing thank yous all the time, I don't know if you want me to do that. So, feel free to let me know. Alrighty, so I appreciate you being here on this Facebook Live with me today, and I look forward to seeing you on my next Facebook Live. Alrighty, ta-ta for now. Have a wonderful day.